Yeah, good evening, everyone. Michael Kevin here. So, how was your day? Yeah, welcome to tonight's broadcast. You're tuning in from wherever you're coming in from. I appreciate you tonight. You're welcome. You're welcome. How was your day? I hope all is well with you. So, tonight we have an amazing guest, and we're going to be talking about a very vital topic that's going to inspire you, encourage you, impact your life. Tonight is not it's not just going to be the business stuff. We just want to spice it up a little bit tonight. So what we have for tonight is it promises to bless your life, impact your life, and is going to be so encouraging. So tonight we're going to be talking about the importance of self-care, and this is a very vital area, and everyone really needs to hear this. So you're tuning in, you're going to just want to like, share, and comment. Most importantly, share to your friends. Someone we just want to tune in and hear what we have tonight. So I present you the guest for tonight, Diana Leslie from United States, and it's just awesome. So, Ma, in few minutes, I just want you to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Diana Leslie, and I am, like he said, in the United States, and I'm a registered nurse. So tonight's topic is going to be the benefits of healthcare, self care. So
Mm.
I'm tackling that subject with you guys tonight.
Oh, that's beautiful. I see, because probably since you're into the medical profession, you just want to put it like healthcare. You want us
Yeah.
to go down the line? Okay, so tonight we're looking at the importance, the benefits, whatever you want to target of self-care. Self-care. So
Yeah.
this is what we have for tonight. And we won't want to take much of your time. We're just going straight to business of the day. And wherever you're tuning in from, I want to see on the comment section so I can, say hi to you. Drop on the comment section where you're tuning in from. And as we proceed tonight, do well to also drop your questions on the comment section. So we're going to just attend to them as we write down for tonight's event. And also, you're new on this event, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You click the red subscribe button at the right hand side, you see the notification bell, turn it on, so each time I come live you just get the notification. So thank you. So Ma, we'll write down real quick to what we have for tonight, and we're talking about the importance of self-care. So from your perspective as a health worker, and you've been able to advance with your life, in your career, in your profession, in family. I know you've grown big, and over time, I just want you, from your perspective, to throw light. What do you think, or how do you explain or define self-care?
Well, self care is just basically taking time for yourself. Um, I think it's important to take at least 10 to 15 minutes a day at the end of your day to do something that pleases you. I think that we spend so much time as professionals helping others that we deplete ourselves,
Hmm.
and we can't understand why we can't sleep at night. We're irritable, we're restless, and all those things, and it's because we're always going. Your mind needs time to rest. It's very important, and people think that, oh, if I go to sleep, I'm resting. No, no, no. I'm talking about like just time to turn off, like
Hmm.
really turn
Time
off.
to turn off.
Time to turn off. Stop worrying about the task of the day and just tune into just yourself and how you're feeling, and something that you like to do. Like me, I like to have a cup of tea every evening. That's one of my I
that
love,
that's nice.
yes, a nice cup of tea, and reading, maybe my scripture or a good article. That's my way of calming down every night. That's my thing. Okay. And it's
Hmm.
very
That's
important. I
beautiful.
notice the days that I don't get to do it, that I don't sleep as well. I don't sleep, you know. So that is the key to self-care is just
Okay.
getting started and not feeling guilty about it.
Hmm.
You have the right to take care of yourself. Too many people are depending on you to be able to function at high quality. You cannot
Mm,
function at high quality if you are depleted. So,
that's amazing.
yes.
That's amazing. I love that. So
Mhm.
I just, from your definition, I just figured out something. Do you think self-care is more like being selfish? Because
No,
I know at some point people may, see it to be that way.
no. Self care is not selfishness. Self care is a necessity to good health because stress kills. Okay.
Stress
Stress
kills.
can kill you. How many businessmen or women that you hear about having heart attacks at 30? Athletes dropping dead on the court. It's because they're pushing themselves to the limit. They're pushing themselves too far. They're not taking that necessary time out just to breathe, just to be. And that's very, very important. I can't tell you enough how many of my patients that end up with diabetes, high blood pressure, all because of stress in their family, not taking care of themselves, neglecting to take get the needed nutrition that they need. So diet plays a big part in this. If you're not taking in the right nutrition, that means as you age and grow, you're not going to develop properly. That leaves room for carcinogens, which is cancer causing agents, to take over, and then people get cancer because of stress, and not eating well. So it's
Mm,
just very, very important that you don't worry about what other people think. Okay, if you take
yeah.
time for yourself, because people are going to have something to say, no, until the day you die, and then even after you're dead, they still have something to say. So it's not a good idea to have the mentality of worrying about what other people think when it comes to your health.
Wow. That's amazing. So, from your perspective, you think it's okay if, at the point when people do not understand do not see things from your own perspective as to the reason why you do what you do, you think it's okay to keep up with what you do?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's your life,
It's
and your life that you have to live. Okay. You have to live that life. They're not living your life. They're not going to be at the doctor's office when you have to be on blood pressure medicine, when you get the diagnosis of high blood pressure. They're not going to be at the doctor's office when you get the diagnosis of cancer. They're not going to be at the doctor's office when you're overweight from stress.
Woo. That's amazing. That's amazing.
So
That blessed me.
yeah, you can't worry about what other people think when it comes to taking care of yourself, because you are only one person and you are
Yeah.
responsible for you. You know, nobody else
You
can
are
do.
responsible for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Growing up as a young man, I came to realize how that a lot of persons have this low self-esteem. And
Mm,
I think, from my understanding, low self-esteem has a great role to play in bringing down the, confidence of an individual. And when that happens, it often leads to not being able to take care of oneself appropriately.
right.
Because
Correct.
many a times you see people getting to hit on themselves, you see people not cool with themselves, you see people hurting themselves. The reason for suicide and stuff like that is simply because people get to a point in their life where they are not okay with the experiences, the events going on, the stuffs happening around them, and they just think or feels the best thing or the next option, the best next option is just to take their own life.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
And you
so
bring,
they get to that point
oh,
when it's more like a limit. They feel like they've gotten to the highest limit and they can't bear
mhm,
it anymore.
right.
So, but
Right.
I don't think that is right to do.
No, it's not. It's
So
awful.
it's good.
It's an
Okay.
epidemic. It's suicide is an epidemic that's going on with our young people and adults.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's
alarming.
rapidly growing. Like
Yes,
a lot
yes,
of number of people doing that is just
yes.
getting to alarming.
And it's very sad because you bring up a good point, because I do realize that mental health is important. It's part of self-care. Mental health, self-esteem and self-worth all starts with the mindset. Okay, you have to it's hard for young people. It's very hard for young people just getting started in the world, not really sure. Some people are in abusive relationships where the man or the woman is talking down to them, so it's very easy to fall into that lower level self-esteem, so what we have to do, though, because we're all accountable for self, we have to
We are
take
all
responsibility.
accountable for ourselves.
So what will happen is that people, like, if you're in a bad situation, you have to find a way out. You have to find a way out. You have to talk to a friend, somebody that can help you get out of that situation so you don't have to. If it's a situation that's with your parents or something like that, you have to find an outlet. You got to talk to your friends. You got to talk to, your coworkers. This find something that you like doing where you can block out all the negativity, because the self-care and self-esteem starts within you, you know um and it's very important to build up your self-esteem by taking that time for yourself, loving on yourself, because it's nice to get love externally, but you're never going to be able to cherish the love that you're getting externally if you're not loving yourself internally,
Mm,
so it starts within yourself. And I had to learn that as a young woman myself, that I was always looking for love outside, looking for somebody to love me, and so it was just like, wait a minute, I have all I need inside me the way I deserve to be loved. I'm fabulous. I had to start to retrain my brain and my way of thinking, not comparing myself to the people on TV, not comparing myself to these social media people, just loving me for who God made me to be, the unique person that I am. And as I
yeah.
did that, self-esteem went higher and higher, and I
Yeah.
think that something that I really wish schools would teach kids, that they can be individuals. They don't have to copy the next person. They don't have to compete with the next person. They're okay just being the unique people that they are. I think that is very important, that we start to feed our young people. The world is so cold. The world is so cold, and I cannot tell you how many people have confided in me and told me that how cold the world has been to them. And only thing that keeps them going is the fact that they love themselves, and it's the fact that they have hobbies, the fact that they have time for themselves to do things that they love, that keeps them going, and or they have a good social circle. So it's just really important to build those relationships that are positive, keep positive people around you, that influence you and encourage you and don't put you down, because the wrong person around you could keep you in a prison with no bars, no chains, no nothing like that. But you're in a prison. You're in a prison of without any bars or chains. So you really just need to be careful of who you surround yourself with. You have to be careful about that. You just really do. So I just hope that people can start to really take that time and really make good judgments and decisions, because a lot of times low self-esteem comes from poor decisions.
Low self-esteem comes from poor decision. That's loads of value in there. Many a times I tell people, indecision is still a decision. When you choose not to make a decision to do something the way it best suits you, you just made a decision to ruin your own happiness. So either you're making a decision or you're not making a decision, you just made a decision. So at certain stage in life, you're just going to, I think the best thing one ought to do, especially when you've gotten to that stage where you're above 18, you're an adult. You should be able
Hmm.
to make decision for yourself, especially when it has to do with your own happiness, when it has to do with your mental health, when it
Hmm.
has to do with your mind, when it has to do with your peace, when it has to do with your inner being. Because the moment your inner person is faulted or not in place, is going to really affect your outer being.
Yes, yes,
Because the joy we experience outward is just an expression of what we feel inward. So it
yes, yes,
all begins from the inner being, that's from within, just like you said. And it's very key that everyone gets to the point where they make decisions for themselves, and especially in the area of taking care of themselves, especially with regards mental health, because
Mhm.
this is an area that have actually drained a whole lot of persons. It have, taken a whole lot of persons down the ditch, down the path they never thought they would ever take in life. And it's
Yes.
just crazy. It's just crazy because people keep hating on themselves, beating on themselves, just things that you wouldn't even imagine, but it happens to people because depression is real.
Right.
Depression is
Yes,
real.
it
And
is.
until people get to that point where they know they are in charge of their own peace of mind, their own happiness, and how people should treat them, they won't be able to, maximize what is available
It's
with
true.
regards taking care of oneself.
It's so true. It's
One thing I learned over time also is the way people treat you. You have a 70% rule or input you've made with regards the output you get.
yeah.
That's talking about how people treat you.
Yes.
You probably has made a whole lot of you've put a whole lot of stuff out there, and what you are getting, what people are reciprocating to you is as a result of what you've put out there.
Yeah.
There's how you're just going to raise the bar up here, the
Mhm.
standard, your principle, the boundaries that people shouldn't cross around you,
Right.
and your respect, your regards, and everything is just going to be up there because you set the standard. No one has the right to set the standards for you. It's your world,
Yes. Yes,
and
I
you
agree.
own the space. You don't give no one the chance, to make decision in this world because this is your place. This is
Yes.
yours.
Yes,
So
I agree with
what I'm
that.
just trying to pick out or point out from this I just said is the way people treat you. I just want to bring it down to narrow it down. The way people treat you or react to you is as a result of what you also put out there. You have
Yes.
a role, 70 to 80% role to play. If you
Yes.
want to be respected, if you want to be cared for, you want to be loved, you should be able to also give same out. Like
Yes.
talking about taking care of oneself, and you want to get that from people where you just have a lot of people around you who love you, who care about you. You need to also give that out because there's this thing I learned about life. When you honor, respect, and value people, these three key
Mhm.
things, when you do that to people, they tend to reciprocate it. They may not be able to, put it out the way you've shown it to them, or it
Mhm.
may not come directly from the people you've done it or the person you've done it, the individual. But the law of nature has a way it works that one way or the other, it's going to come back to you. That
Yes.
thing you did to someone is going to, that's the law
Yeah.
of karma. The law of
Absolutely.
karma states that whatever you do
Absolutely.
is coming
Absolutely.
back. Whatever goes up is going down. So
That's right.
whatever you put out, you're going to receive the same.
That's
So it's it's very very important when you were talking about self care and you also want to get care from those around you. What you put out is also very very important.
hmm
Well, there's loads of value in here already, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuning in tonight.
We
She
just
Baby Comedy.
started.
Wow, it's amazing to have this channel here. So
Yeah.
viewers, you may just want to go check out this channel, Chi Baby Comedy. He's doing amazing stuff. I'm watching from Nigeria. I love you guys. Wow.
Oh,
This is a guy. It's good
hi.
to have you on my live tonight. Thank you, sir, for tuning in. I'm so grateful. So, every
Oh,
other person tuning in, feel free to drop on the comment section. I just want to get your comment. And you have a question as we ride on tonight, feel free to drop it on the comment section below. So, we are going to attend to that.
okay.
So, at this juncture, I just want to ask, what do you think are the advantages of one taking care? Like, I just want you to highlight from your personal experience. What do you think are the three key advantages of one taking care of himself the right way?
Three key advantages are
You may give more than that, but I just want to narrow it down to three, so don't make it too big.
you'll
Okay,
give
right now.
you just basically you'll be a happier person.
Okay, be a
That
happier person.
you'll be a happier person. Most people that have higher self-esteem and take time for themselves is they usually are more successful in life
Yes, that's true. That's
or
true.
more successful. And the last thing is you'll have better relationships with people. People that are more positive and have higher self-esteem have better relationships than people that have low and negative self-esteem. What you surround yourself with is who you become. So if
What
you're
you surround
negative
yourself with
people,
is who you become.
yes, you will be negative. Eventually, you could be the sweetest, most positive person in the world, but if you surround yourself with negative people, eventually you're going to start talking like them, you're going to start walking like them, and you're going to start acting like them. And the
Hmm.
bottom line is that's a no-no. And then people are like, "Oh, what happened to my life? What happened to my life?" Look around. Look around you. I always advise people that you always want to put yourself around people that are doing a little better than you.
Yes, that's true.
Success attracts success.
Success attracts success. That's true.
The negativity attracts negativity, and
Yes.
just going back to what I was saying, that coincides with what I was saying, that people with better self-esteem, they usually are more successful in life. You know why? Because they go after what they want. They put the effort in, they're disciplined, they put the effort in to be focused on whatever it may be, their business, their education, their family, whatever they put their mind to, they focus on it. You know,
That's true.
they also have balance where they know how to say, okay, I need to take a break, I need to take a vacation, or I need to just take some mental space.
Mm,
And like I said, again, their family and friends they surround themselves with support that, so it all flows together, and they're happier because their life is flowing better. So you see how that all built up into each other? It all goes together. Happiness, we're not meant to be alone. We're meant to network and cohabitate and be with other people. But if you're not associating yourself with like-minded people, it can be very challenging to find
yes,
peace. It can be
that's
very to find peace. So I just urge everyone to start analyzing their position in life. Self-reflect on your surroundings, your job at the time, or your business. Start getting rid of the things that don't benefit you. And I'm
get
not
rid of
telling you,
the things that do not benefit you.
yes,
That's
I'm
beautiful.
not saying don't get a divorce if you're married to somebody, or anything like that. But I'm just saying it's time to evaluate and try to come up with strategies to work around your situation so that it benefits you, not just the
Yes.
you.
Okay. From the light of what you just said, something
Mhm.
came to mind, and that is, you know, when you put yourself first, like from what you said earlier, it's not selfishness.
No, it's not.
But people always have this mindset like when you put yourself ahead, when you prioritize yourself over every other thing, over every other person, people often tend to see it like you're being proud or that you're being selfish, but it's absolutely far from it.
Well, I can say like this: there is a balance that needs to take place.
Yeah,
Like
there is a balance that needs to take
it's a
place.
balance, but you gotta figure out where where those people fit in your life, and they need to respect where they fit in your life. They're not going to get the same respect as your husband or wife. They're not going to get the same
Yes, that's true.
wife if they're just a friend. They're if they're your sister and brother, they're not going to get the same. People have different positions in your life, and that
Mm,
position needs to be made clear to them, and you need to they need to respect that. Because it's not selfish. Every businessman had to sacrifice to be successful.
yes,
Every
that's true.
every businesswoman had to sacrifice to be successful. you
Hmm.
know um, but there has to be a balance. You work hard and you play hard. That's it. That's how it works. That's how you keep good relationships, whether they're personal or business, and you keep your sanity without going crazy. But the person that your friends and your spouses have to be understanding of where you're going in life and what you're trying to do. So sometimes when people are pulling on you this way and that way, that's a form of selfishness. If somebody is demanding more of you than what you can put out, don't allow that. Don't allow that. And I don't mean be rude or nasty to them, but set boundaries. That's where your boundaries have to come in, because you're only one person. And people sometimes don't even acknowledge the fact that they're pulling on someone so much. that they're taking away from what they need to really be focusing on in order to make a living, in order to build a legacy.
Yeah.
And so you have to have that gentle, sweet conversation with them and set a boundary. So okay, so, it's all strategy. Life is strategy. Life is all about strategy. It's not, you don't have to get mad or angry, because the person may just really not understand what they're doing wrong. And it's always, my spiritual dad, I always have to talk about him. He always teaches me that, a gentle response turns away wrath, you know
Okay.
so even though someone may come at you and be driving you crazy nuts, it's all about how you handle them. It's all about how you handle them that makes the difference.
Hmm.
you so I always am mindful of how I'm talking to people, how I'm treating people. You have your children, but then you have adults. You can't talk to adults like they're children.
Oh
That's how
my
you
God.
keep relationships. And I've had friends from when I was in elementary. I think you guys call it primary school. I have people in my life that I've known since I was a little kid. And you know why? Because I always embody that. Treat people how you want to be treated. And don't be so quick to lose your cool on people.
Don't be so
Don't be
quick
so
to
quick.
lose your cool on people.
Because once you put it out there, you can't get it back.
Yeah, that's
Once
it.
you put
That's
it
it.
out, and I know we're all guilty of that. We're all guilty of it. I'm not perfect by far, but that is something that as I've gotten older, I made sure that I really practice that, because you can't effectively I can't effectively help my patients if I'm not in my right mind, if I'm not checking my responses before I say them. It's all accountability. You have to be accountable for yourself. And if you want people to really like treat you well, even if they're like not like, sometimes I get patients that are irritable. They're sick. I can't blame them for being irritable if they're sick. I mean, then I'm not gonna let anybody threaten my life. Now that's a whole different level. Okay. That's when I
Yeah.
have to charity. But if it's just somebody that's irritable and in pain oh my goodness, I'm gonna love them even more, because you know what? They're suffering right now. That's not
Yes.
personal if they get out of character and say anything. And that's what I think a problem in this world right now is. Everybody's taking everything so personal. Everybody is just so on edge and ready to jump on everything that's being said to them. And it's just like, come on. That's a form of low self-esteem.
Yes,
Because if you
absolutely.
truly know who you are in God, you truly know who you are as an individual, you're truly happy with yourself, nothing that nobody said is going to affect you to that extent to bring you out of character. I promise you. If that is happening, you don't need to check them. You need to check yourself. Why are you being so easily angry? You
I
know,
love this. I love this. Wow.
this is something that I've had to work through my own self in my personal life. Why am I so easily popping off? You know, no, 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 no. That's not the way a woman or anyone should be reacting, because negativity attracts negativity. So you get negative, then that person's going to get negative. There's no resolve in that. Somebody has to keep a level head of reason in order for the solution to come forth. So self-esteem, like you had said earlier, self-esteem is reflected on how you treat others and how you respond to others. So you can always tell somebody that's struggling by the way they act towards other people.
That's
Yeah.
loads of value in there. And I was just learning. I was just attentive learning. And I believe our viewers are taking a whole lot of notes. So I think the subject for tonight demands that you have your, pen and your jotter and you're taking serious note, because this is life transforming.
Yes,
This is
yes,
life
yes.
transforming.
Yeah.
So you're tuning in. Once again, I just want to remind you, feel free to drop on the comment section. You have a question, drop on the comment section. We're going to attend to that. And for new viewers, do well to click on the subscribe button. So real quick, I just want us to proceed. You talked about a whole lot of stuff. And personally, there is something I am big on, and that is when you talk about believing in oneself. I'm big on
Hmm.
believing in myself. When I make up my mind, I want to get something right. I want to put something right. I want to do something. I choose not to see the negativity,
Right.
and I think that is an area that people also need to imbibe in their life, because Negativity, like you said, attracts negativity. The
Right.
moment your mind is corrupt with negativity, your life is going to be corrupt with negativity.
Right. Exactly.
So it could be from your mind affecting your life or from your friends affecting your life. Either
Yes.
way, you may
That's right.
be in a company of people that all they bring to the table is negativity, and you don't want to be party to this. You
Mm-mm.
don't want to be among, you don't just want to be in such company.
Mm-hmm.
And what you want to do is to be in the midst or congregation of those who makes you become a better version of you.
Yes.
This
Exactly.
popular saying I often hear, and it goes, if you are the fifth person in the midst of four millionaires or billionaires, then suddenly you're going to be the fifth millionaire or billionaire.
That's right. Yes.
So
Yes.
the people you surround yourself with has a great role to play with how you're going to, treat yourself. It has a great role to play with your mindset. It has a great role to play with the path you take in life. Your environment has a role to play in individual life.
Yes. Yes.
And in order to put your life in place, in shape, in order, you need to, first of all, watch your mind, what you think, what you take in. Your ear is a gate, is a gateway to your soul. You need to be mindful of the things you listen to, the things you hear. You're going to
Yes.
hear a lot of gossip that may weigh you down, and at some
Yes.
point, it's going to throw you off balance, and you just don't know how to, handle the stuff.
Yes.
But
Y-
the growth entails that you get to a point in your life where you're going to hear the gossip, you're going to hear the critics, you're going to hear all the negative energy, you're going to
mhm.
see people throw negative vibes at you, and
Mhm.
you choose not to see that.
Right.
You
Right.
make up your mind not to see that because you just want to be optimistic and positive. That's all that matters to you. And I
Yes.
think this is where self-care begin. This is where self-care begin.
It's,
There's no
yeah.
way you're going to take care of yourself effectively if you've not handled your mental health.
Yeah. Exactly. That's right. That's
And
right.
there's no way you're also going to take care of yourself effectively if you've not handled your cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's right.
because your surrounding determines what happens in your life as well.
It,
So you may just want to, maybe you have a couple of friends who are not going your direction, who are not flowing with your vibe, who are not bringing the energy you want on the table, who are not
mm-hmm.
just the way you want things to be, who always talk you down, who always make you feel like you're not good enough. Man,
Mm-hmm.
it's time to, check your list of friends, and you're just going to do some edits. You may just want to do some edits, get
Yes.
some
I like
out of
edits.
out of the way. Yeah, they are still cool with you, you are still cool with them, but
Yeah.
there's just going to be a shift in
Mm,
conversation. There's going to be a shift in the time you spend with those people because you don't want those energy to bring you down any further.
that's true. That's true. I
Yeah.
absolutely
So
agree with
so
that.
I think this is an area is very critical and we have to look into that. So at this juncture, I just want to ask, what do you think could be three disadvantages to one not, taking adequate care of himself? What are the three disadvantages to you? Like effect that the negative impact that have actually or probably made on your life. I
Well,
just want you to use yourself as a key factor here, as a
yeah.
reference point.
Well, for me, if when I was in situations where I was putting everyone else first, and not taking care of myself, everything was off balance. I wasn't
Okay.
sleeping well at night. I my routine fell off. I wasn't exercising the way I'm supposed to. I wasn't eating the way I was supposed to. My skin didn't look good. It was just a lot. So it was like, I'm just saying, like, it shows outwardly when you're stressed. Like, stress starts to show on your body. You start to gain weight or lose weight. Your skin will get dull or you start to break out. So there's a lot of signs that kind of your body will give you, like, hey, I need you to, take care of me. You just have to
Yeah,
be
that's
into
true.
yourself so that you can understand. Like, and it's, I mean, I remember a time that there was a situation where there was someone in my life that it was so bad that I was getting anxiety attacks. Okay. Like chest palpitations where I thought I was having a heart attack every time I dealt with this person. Um,
Really?
yes, because they were just
This
so
is huge.
stressful. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Someone that is really pulling on you a lot and they're negative and they're not nice and you have, and this could be business relationships. Some business relationships are not healthy ones, and not all good money is good. All money is good money is what I'm saying. Not all money is good money. Sometimes you just got to turn down that contract, okay? Because it's not even worth it. You got to turn down that date because it's not even worth it. Because I had a
Mm,
situation where, just hearing the person's voice would trigger me and I'd have anxiety. Okay.
mm.
Contract had to be broken. Okay. That contract had to be broken. Okay. Because there are just some people's where you just don't connect with. The vibe just doesn't connect. Don't force it. Don't force it. That is my advice. Do not force it because your health is at risk. I had to suffer from anxiety for a certain period of time, which I had to go to see the doctor for, and that's not fun. And people that think that it's not, trauma, people that talk to you badly can traumatize you. You
Mm,
know,
that's
and that can cause you to get something called PTSD. It's real. It's a real situation. It's a real life altering diagnosis. Thank goodness I did not have that, but it could have gone to that extent if I could kept dealing with the person and I kept putting myself in harm's way. Because people don't think about that. Stress and verbal abuse is abuse. They think it's not abuse is not just physical. Sometimes it's just verbal. So we always have
yes.
to, set the tone for how we allow people to treat you. You can set boundaries. Don't ever be scared to set boundaries on someone. If someone is not treating you right, then they don't deserve your, okay? Because you're precious. I want someone to hear that tonight. You are precious and you don't deserve to be around anyone that doesn't respect and value you. Never let
Ooh,
someone
that's
get
beautiful.
so close to you to destroy you because the devil is cunning. He's always sending people to keep people from their purpose in life. And sometimes it can come in the form all kinds of forms. It could be a parent, it can be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be a cousin. Just be aware that when something don't feel right to you, it's okay to say no. Don't try to people please because it never works out in your benefit in the long run. So I just wanted to get that message out there to people. That's something that I've experienced myself, and I had to cut that tie. And I'm grateful that I was strong enough to do it because there are a lot of people out there that are not strong enough to break away from negative connections. But I
Mm,
want
it
to,
takes it takes great energy. It takes
yes,
great strength and
yes,
determination to be able
yes,
to do that.
you tonight to
You
please,
know,
if
you
you're
know,
in any type of situation that is not healthy for you, please get out. It's not worth it. It's not.
yeah, that's
Sorry.
it. That's it.
I'm just
The greatest challenge I realize people have
mm-hmm.
is
What is
people have this difficulty of saying no.
yes. And it causes a lot of
People
stress.
has a great challenge. People have a tough time with saying no.
Yeah.
Saying no to situations, saying
Mm-hmm.
no to events, saying
Yeah.
no to occurrences, saying no to relationships,
Yes.
saying no to things they know
It's
are going
right.
to break them down.
Right. It's
People
true.
often want to just endure the process. They just
Yeah.
want to endure and just play along.
Yes.
Meanwhile, at certain points in life, what you just need is to give a no.
Yes.
You give a
Yeah.
no, you set a boundary right, and you just give a clear definition.
No. Right.
I
And you
always
know
tell those around me whenever
what?
you are in, let's say, this is a relationship right now, if it is not defined, then it's not worth it. There's need to create the boundaries. There's need to create the definition.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
just here to have fun. Yeah, it's defined. We're just here for fun.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, we are here for serious business. Then you know this is a serious business.
Right. Right.
And you're getting the energy you least expect from it, and you're like, no, this is not part of the agreement.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, like when you look at the definition of this energy you're giving is not shouldn't be part of the objectives. It shouldn't be
Right.
part of it, and I
Right.
can't take this. If you are able to make this clear, you will save yourself from a whole lot of stress.
Yes.
You will save yourself from mental stress, from anxiety, from depression
Yes.
and pain, from
Absolutely.
heartbreak.
Absolutely.
You're just saving yourself years of stress and pain,
Yes.
realizing it is not just the way you want it to be, and you just strike the balance. You just
Right.
give a no. Yeah, you don't want this to keep happening. You just give a no.
Yes.
No is the greatest statement that people need to learn to give,
That's
because
right.
everybody just want to give a yes at every damn thing. Whatever
Mhm.
comes along, they want to play along, and life doesn't work that way. You don't
No.
play along with every energy that comes along. There are some energy you're just going to give right down immediately. No. So I
Right.
think from everything you've said, I just want to pin this out. And
Hmm.
I want our audience to take note of this.
Hmm.
Learn to say no to situations and people and relationships that aren't what you want it to be.
Right. Yes.
If
I
you
agree.
give a no early enough, you save yourself years of stress. You save
Yes.
yourself years of pain. And
That's
I
right.
think you may just want to write that down, make it bold,
Yes.
and you may just want to also meditate on it and have it at the
Right.
back of your mind.
Right. I
So,
agree. I agree. Definitely. I think that some no's have saved my life. I will always have been those that I believe to this day have saved my life. And
mm,
on top of that, I want to also let people know that it's okay. It's not selfish to set boundaries. It's part of self care. It's an important part of self care to set boundaries with people that are not respecting your space or your boundaries that you set. And if somebody is frequently disrespecting the boundary that you set, that person is showing you they have no respect for you. So it's
yeah,
important to really decide, does this person deserve my time? Does this person
mm,
deserve my, because you are that valuable that you have
you're
that in
valuable.
power to say,
Yes, that's true. You're valuable.
causing aggravation, and they're not, respecting my boundaries. They're, one time, okay, I get it. Two times, okay, but third time, that's on you. You need to set a limit, which meaning that person may not be allowed in your life. It just gets
Absolutely.
hard. I know it sounds harsh, but it gets to that point because there are people out there that just like to take advantage of people, and like
Yeah,
to push the boundaries to see how far they can get because they think it's like a game with them, and you don't want to people like that because it takes away from your purpose. It takes away from your peace, and you don't deserve that. So I would also set limits on people that disrespect boundaries.
that's beautiful.
Hmm.
Set limits with people that disrespect boundaries. That's
Yeah,
huge. That's
yes,
huge. And I
they have to
think
come expiration date. you know.
yeah, one thing people do not realize, um, someone may be loyal to you,
Hmm.
even at the point of you training bad energy, they still stay patient and stay loyal, and you
Hmm.
may fail to realize that loyalty has an expiring date.
That's right. That's right.
Loyalty has an expiring date. For the fact that someone is being loyal to your negative energy doesn't mean that's going to be that way forever. A
That's
time
right.
is going to come when they're just going to say, I'm done with this. And
Right.
when that time comes, oh man, it's just gonna be the end of the game. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
you may just want,
that's right.
when people treat people right, there's just
Yeah.
this tricky thing I always put out there. One, the concept of value. Number one, the concept of value should always be in place when you interact with people, when you deal with people. Two, the concept of honor. Learn to honor people, because when
That's
you
right.
honor people, you get honor in return. You show
That's
mercy,
right.
you get mercy in return. The Bible also made it clear. What you give is what you get.
Yes. That's right. Amen.
Then, number three is you just want to create an environment that is conducive for everyone around you.
Yes. That's it.
And that is self respect. You have to
Yes.
respect yourself. If you
That's
want
right.
people to respect you, you have to respect yourself.
That,
Respecting yourself entails taking good care of yourself and
yes.
putting up your standard out there, putting
That,
out your boundaries. Yeah, you have this respect for yourself. and
Yes.
immediately people are just going to throw in the respect at you. They have no option than to do that.
Yes,
Yeah, they
right.
have no option than to do that. So you're
That's
just tuning in. Feel free to drop on the comment section. You have any question, drop on the comment section. Where you're viewing from, we want to know. Thank you for being with us tonight.
yes.
And it's just
I
been a
have
whole lot of value in here. And if you know you missed the beginning of this video, you may just want to go back and start afresh and see the replay, because this is going to bless your life so much. This is going to bless your life so much. So at this point, I just want you to throw in some words of encouragement or advice to people who are probably struggling with taking care of themselves, or building the self-esteem it takes to withstand the negative energy from the outer world or their surrounding. What's your advice for people of this kind?
Okay, well, this is what I want to say first. I just want to give 5 benefits of self-care, okay? Self-care can improve your physical health, it can reduce stress and anxiety, boost self-esteem, increase your mental health, and you'll have better relationships with people overall. So I just want to put those 5 keys out there of the benefits of self-care. Now,
That's beautiful.
I just want to say that to somebody that is struggling with trying to figure out the self-care, it starts with you. If you want to, like, if you want to lose weight, start working out. And I'm not saying go to the gym and go hard and you want to be trying to do what those bodybuilders do. No, 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 no. It could be just a walk down the street and back. It could be a walk, around your building and back. You know what I mean? Nothing strenuous, because I think that a lot of people fail with certain exercise goals is because they make them too big. You want to start small. You want to start small, even if it's just sitting on the side of your bed and stretching your arms like this, doing something like that, 2 and 5 reps of that, something. But don't try to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to go work out for 60 minutes straight and you ain't worked out in years. Don't try to do it. Don't do it, because you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay. So exercise is one thing that you can do to help boost your self-esteem, because it helps your brain function better. You'll get more oxygen to the brain, and so that's going to improve your mood, and you'll be able to, like, handle situations better. You'll be less stressed. So exercise, and you'll sleep better at night too. Exercise is a great there's a great benefit of that, and I would suggest just starting out a nice little brisk walk, maybe 15-10 minute walk. That can do it just to start, and then you just want to increase it as you feel like you can handle it, or you just like it and you're like, oh, it's been 10 minutes already, let me do another 10 minutes. So it's all about your pacing. If you like, I also would suggest people to try to drink some tea. Tea is very relaxing and calming. I like to end my day with a cup of tea. But for some people it doesn't work that way, because it's kind of makes them stay awake and stuff like that. But whatever beverage of choice, I'm not pushing up no alcohol or anything like that. But to whoever and whatever floats your boat, that's on you. But just everything you do, just do it in my. That's my suggestion. And then what else is another way? Talking to friends, positive friends. So if you have a friend, y'all have a business venture together, you can get on, talk about that, make some plans for that, have a meeting about that. That's stress relief, because that feels great, and because you have a purpose, you have a mission, you have a goal. So that can be self-esteem boosting too. That's part of self-care, making sure that you're not just stagnant, not doing anything with your life, not accomplishing anything, just waking up every day and staring at a wall. That's not living, that's just existing. Okay, that can lower your self-esteem when you don't have anything to do.
And you don't just want to exist, you really have to live.
You have to live if you want to have high self-esteem. You have to live if you want to have good self-care. So you have to find something to do, a project, anything, something that you never did before. YouTube is a great tool to use to see little different hobbies or different things that people have done, and maybe you can try to, like, do some arts and crafts or something from a instructional video from YouTube. that will help boost your self-esteem to have a hobby. It's very, I really stress that for people that maybe not in the condition that they can exercise or whatever. A nice little hobby, coloring books, arts and crafts will be a great way to start something positive in your life. And then the next thing is I talked about hobbies. I talked about relationships. I talked about exercise. Oh, good diet.
Yeah. Good
Can't leave
diet. Balanced
out
diet.
and nutrition. I know everybody loves a nice burger, and French fries and all that. That's all great, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to watch your weight, it's not good. Even people that have nice big bodies, if you're putting all that junk in your body, your insides are not healthy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you're not eating green leafy vegetables, you're not drinking a lot of water, you're not um eating a balanced meal at least a couple times a day. They say 3 times a day, but some people fast and things like that. But if you're not eating a nutritional meals every day, that can weigh on your mental health. So it's all like all goes together, and that can make you stressed too because you're not getting enough nutrition. You're not getting the right vitamins inside and minerals inside. Dehydration can make you irritable if you're not drinking enough water. It can give you headaches. You're wondering why you're always having headaches. Maybe you might be dehydrated, and it also can give you leg cramps if you don't drink a lot of water. So, there's resources out there can tell you how much water you're supposed to drink for your body weight.
Hmm.
Because it's
I just learned to take a lot of water recently, and
yes,
wherever I go, I have my water. So I
yes, and
knew
it makes a difference, doesn't it? It makes a difference, doesn't it? Your
it
skin,
makes you feel
it helps
fresh.
everything. Your skin, everything.
Hmm.
And there are apps out there that can help you to remind you to drink water every hour. Like, and
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to over excessively drink water. This is over a day's time. You drink a sip every hour or so, but you have a goal amount to drink. And like I said, there are apps out there that you can look up you can look and you put your body weight in it. It'll tell you how much water you're supposed to drink for that day. Okay, so I
Yeah.
don't want to give that kind of information out because I don't know you personally. I can't examine you personally and give you that information. But there are apps out there that can help, and it is a great way to keep yourself replenished. I would stay away from the sugar. Sugar is a killer. I know everybody loves sugar. I am guilty. I love, my sweets. But yeah, stay away
Sugar
from
lover.
because there's sugar in everything we eat. Okay, even you may not realize it, there's sugar and salt in everything we eat that we don't have to put it in. It's already in. So you need to be careful of any excess sugar and salt that you're taking in because your body can only get out so much, and it leads to health problems like diabetes and high blood pressure, and you don't want any of those problems if you can avoid them. So a
Yeah.
nutrition healthy diet is really essential, because when you get health problems that can mess with your mental health and lower your self-esteem as well. So we just want to stay as healthy as possible.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Loads of, you just answered the questions and you just, capped everything up. And it's amazing the way you did that. I love the way you did that. So
Yes.
I believe people are actually gaining value. People are
Yes.
actually gaining value.
I have
And
a whole lot more I could say, but I know we only have a certain amount of time.
I know you have a lot to talk about. I know you have a lot. You are full of value. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So
Yes.
the most important thing is that people are being blessed. The most important thing is that the content is rich. The most important thing is that everyone who's tuned in have something very important that they have learned. I
Yes.
just want to, okay, okay, this is exactly, yeah, yeah, concurring what you're saying. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We are appreciative of
Yes.
your
Thank you.
presence. Beautiful, yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
I love the comment. So the
Yes.
stuff you're sharing in here They are beautiful message. They are beautiful, inspiring tips, and everyone needs this to enrich their life. You know,
Yes.
health is wealth. The greatest wealth you're ever going to have in life is your health, having your health in place. You
Yes.
see a whole lot of billionaires, rich people, wealthy people, and as long as their health is not in place, their
They're not
happiness one is not in place,
that right.
with
That's
the whole resources and finances, their peace of mind is not in place. And
that's
you don't
right.
want to go through that route. You just
That's
want to
right.
have this beautiful, soft life where everything is in place for you. So, health is wealth. And the only way you're going to keep your health in check or keep your health at the way it ought to be is taking good care of yourself. No
That's
one is
right.
ever going to do that for you. You know,
Yes.
people always have feel this so much entitled to the society, to parents, to friends, to family,
Yes.
as to mom, dad have to take care of me. This, that have to be responsible for me. But you get to a point in your life where you should be responsible for yourself, be
That's right.
responsible for your mental health, be
That's right.
responsible for taking good care of your own self
Yes, I agree. I definitely
because
agree.
no one is ever going to do this for you. And
Not yeah.
nothing in life lasts forever.
There's an
Yeah,
expiration.
yeah, there's an expiration date for everything. Your parents may take care of you from the age from day one to certain age, and they just think, oh, we've taken good care of you enough. It's time to leave the house. No, no,
Yes.
you can't be under this roof with us anymore. You need to go get your own house. You are a grown man right now. Just look at you. So as a lady, same applicable. You get to a certain age, and your parents are like, you're a grown lady right now. You're a grown woman, and at this
That's right.
point, I think you need to start thinking. I think you
Right.
need to think. Yeah, because it's important you think that the age you are right now, the stage you are right now, is a stage for being responsible for your own self.
That's right.
And the thing I realize about people is that people are afraid of taking responsibilities.
Yes, it's true. It's so
A
true.
lot of people shy away from responsibility, even to the point of shying away from responsibility that has to do with them taking
Yeah,
care of themselves. And
that's right.
that is the worst aspect of it.
Yes, it's true. It is. It is. And I just want to chime in real quick. And I just, that made me think of something. Another key point is to have self awareness.
Self
Um,
awareness is key.
you have to practice self awareness in this journey called life, because you can burn bridges by not being self-aware of how much you're taking from someone. So it's important to be self-aware of how other people are feeling as well as yourself. If something doesn't feel right to you, then it's probably not a good idea to do it. And you need to trust your own judgment. There's not going to be always a time where you can call mommy and daddy or your brother or sister or your best friend for advice, and you're going to have to make a split-second decision right then and there. And that's
Mm.
when you have to learn to trust your own judgment. And if it doesn't feel right, please don't go against that. So many people have suffered the consequences of trying to go against what they were feeling that they shouldn't have done. And that's why it's okay to say no. It's okay to not want to do something. Don't force anything on yourself that to people pleasing. That's what I call it. You don't want to be a people pleaser, because you'll be a people pleaser and become a loser at your own
People are
game.
going to use you when you do that.
Yes,
People
yes,
use you and probably dump you.
yes. Have to. Yes, it's true. It's sad, but it's true, and it's something
It's a
that
bitter truth. It's a
is
bitter truth about life.
important. You know, it sometimes it takes our young children time to learn this, because children are naive and they think everybody is out to do them something good, and not everybody is in your best interest. Not every relationship is in your best interest, and it's not being selfish, being concerned about your self-interest, because everybody has to have a plan in life. Everybody has to have a plan in life, and there are people that will come into your life to deter that plan. And if it's not God that's telling you to change the plan, then it's probably not a good idea to change that plan just because someone's asking you to do it. I've had experiences like that where I've done things, I've changed business plans because someone didn't, wanted to change it and it was a flop. It didn't work out. And then I was like, I should have listened to myself, oh man, I'm kicking myself now because I should have listened, that was an bad investment, and so it's very important to, follow God's lead in your life. Okay. If you don't
Pay
feel,
attention to your own self, to your inner
yes,
mind.
yes. And then if it don't feel right, then more than likely 99.99% of the right of the time, something's wrong. So trust your inner gut. That's what I'm saying. With every situation in life, pray about it. Trust your inner gut. Don't just pray. Pray and wait for an answer. Pray and listen. That's what another thing I think people have a problem do. They pray and they go about their day. No, you need to pray and then wait. Spend time trying to listen to what is the inner voice saying. What is the right decision? Never give an answer right away with big decisions. Never do that. Tell them, okay, I got to think about it, or let me get right back to you. That's a very good business tool because then it gives
That's
you time
beautiful.
to think before you just leap into an agreement that you didn't think out well. So you want to be very cautious with who you promise things to, or you agree and come in agreement with, because that agreement can destroy your life.
That's true.
Yeah, that agreement can destroy your life or make you unnecessary burdens that you don't need. So I just wanted to really just bring that out, that it's okay to be, practice self-awareness, and it's okay, like we said, it's okay to say no, and that's part of self-esteem. And always have a plan A, B, C, or D. Okay, always have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G if necessary, but always have a plan in life. Do not live life blindly, just hoping everything falls into place. No, 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 no. Have a plan. Have multiple plans. That'll save stress, because you're like, okay, that didn't work out. Let me go to plan B. Let me go to plan C. Let me go to plan D. Let me go to plan E. But you always have something, pre-planned. So, okay, this didn't work out. Let me try this. This didn't work out. Let me try that. It helps
Mm.
with your self-esteem. It helps
Wow,
people
that's
be mentally
amazing.
organized. That's something that I do. I always have an alphabet of plans.
One beautiful thing about planning is that it helps you achieve more. When
Yes,
you
it
take out
is.
time to plan on stuffs, yeah, you realize on the point of execution, you execute more, you execute faster, and it's more accurate because you took time to plan. It's more
That's right.
like sharpening your sword. The
That's right.
moment you are planning, you're sharpening your sword. So when you begin to cut to execute, you cut real fast.
That's
But
right.
when you have a blunt sword, when you try to execute your task with that, it's going to be real tough because
That's
it is blunt. You didn't take time to sharpen it, you didn't take time to plan on it. So anything in life, there should be planning, and you should plan on different things in your life. Don't just launch into anything without the plans. So it's beautiful. I'm an
yeah,
engineer, and when you talk about plan, it's something I do a whole lot with because
yeah.
there's no way you can have a structure without, first of all, the first and foremost, you need a plan. You need a floor plan. You need a
Yeah.
site plan. You need the architectural design. You need to
Right.
see what the plan, the future view of it is going to look like. You
Right.
see what you should be expecting. So plan help you to already know what your outcome, what the output is going to be.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and at this juncture, I think we've actually done justice to what we have tonight. And we just
Yes.
want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. And I just want to say
You.
thank you for the loads of value you've been able to put in here tonight.
Oh,
I'm so
thank you for
grateful
having
for your time. I'm great. I'm glad having you. And I also will be glad to have you subsequently again.
me. Okay. Sounds great. Sounds great. Just let me know.
You're blessing lives, and I know people really enjoy this. So right
Yeah.
now we haven't got no question. People are just like appreciative of what they are gaining, and we just want
Yeah.
to say thank you to everyone who tuned in
Thank
tonight and
you. Thank
do
you.
well. Do well to drop a question on the comment section if you have any. If in the absence of no question, I say thank you. God bless you for being with us tonight. And also stay tuned in the next episode.
Yes,
We are sharing this, we are making this a real huge commitment for us.
yes,
It's a thing of commitment, and we want
yes,
you to always be part of this because you'll be gaining a whole lot of value in here.
yes.
So
Def-
I appreciate you. Wherever you're tuning in from, you may just want to drop on the comment section. I'll still get back to you. And once again, I want to say thank you for tonight.
Thank you.
For those who are tuning in, you watch the replay, you get to this point, do well to drop on the comment section. And for those who may want to be part of the Michael Kevin Foundation, do well to come on board. We are taking volunteers. We just want to get to certain numbers. We are taking sponsors. We are taking volunteers. Those who are really interested to, be part of the life of underprivileged, be part
Yes.
of those who do not have the adequate support in life. Yeah,
Hmm.
we're talking about self care, and I think it's important we do to others what we want them to do to us.
That's
So
right.
you should be able to reach out to this one, and God has a way He's going to also reach out to us, and that's just life. That's just life. What we put out is what we get in return. So you may just want to be part of us. You're welcome. We just want some certain number of person, and the door is
Yes. So as he was saying, I think he fell off right now. But yes. So just thank you for joining us tonight. And again, join us in Michael Kevin Foundation. We are on Facebook. And also Renewed Faith is my group on Facebook. If you're interested in joining that, we welcome everybody. We're trying to do outreach here in the United States as well as in Nigeria. So if you want to be a part of this movement, join us. Okay, join us as soon as you can. I'm hoping that he can get back online to close this out. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but he should be back soon. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.